All right, welcome back to the Malapert Smart Podcast. Whoever is listening, we really appreciate you. We appreciate the views. Hit like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber for wrestling content, reviews, discussions. I'm Kahan. I created this show. This is Vlad, the wrestling expert. But today I want to talk about Christian, who's one of my favorite characters in history. I love this guy, especially his latest AEW run. I've always liked him as a worker. I always thought he was underrated, but his character work in AEW has been pretty incredible. But let's talk about this past Wednesday night. Really crazy happenings on AEW Dynamite. This was some segment. But let's talk about some of the background first, because Christian's been feuding with his old friend Edge, who just showed up to AEW, wanted to be friends with Christian. Christian thought he wanted to steal the spotlight, so didn't accept his friendship, and he was actually feuding with him, and Edge is friends with Darby Allin and Sting, so they had a big six-man match at the pay-per-view a few nights earlier, in which Christian's side lost. Yeah. Christian and his two sons, well, adopted sons. Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. They showed a clip here to start this segment with what happened in that match. Basically, Christian cost his team the match. He hit Luchasaurus with his TNT title, and then he ran away.
Yeah. he just said F it.
He literally ran like, oh, this is where they show the segment for you. For you video watchers, if you didn't see this, trying to hit Edge, but hit Luchasaurus. Edge was gonna take him out, but he literally ran out of the building and left his two kids to take the loss, to take the L in the ring, and Luchasaurus took the spear and the pinfall. So let's see what Christian had to say about this. He had to defend himself for losing, and he does put the blame on Luchasaurus, so that's what he says here. I'm going to skip over, I'm not going to play it, but basically he says was Luchasaurus' fault, even though it was kind of his fault, which is the humor about it. Yeah. But tells them, you know what, I'm going to give you guys a new name because you're my child now, and I'm going to christen you in my image. Yeah. So he tells Luchasaurus to take a knee, and at first Luchasaurus is like apprehensive to take a knee. He doesn't want to do that. It's kind of demeaning. But he does take a knee, and Christian renames him Kill Switch, which is a good name for him. Actually, he looks pretty cool like that, you know? It's better than Luchasaurus. That's kind of a dopey name, right?
You know what? Yes. Agreed.
Okay. So he renames him Kill Switch. Nick Wayne also, he turns to Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne gets on his knee immediately. He's complete respect for his father, but Christian's like, nope, you get up. You don't take a knee for anyone. You're my child and you're the best. I love you. And he calls him the Prodigy. The Prodigy right. Nick Wayne. And look at how Nick Wayne is so proud of that name. These guys are great together. Anyway, so Nick Wayne's mom shows up, who has been on the show before.
She has.
She doesn't like that he's joined Christian's stable.
No.
She's like, what happened to you, son? And if you guys want to watch that segment from before, when they had that sit-down interview that decayed into a violent brawl, we also reviewed that segment. You can find that on our channel.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to watch that segment. Just watch us review it. That's better.
So Nick Wayne's mom comes out, and this is where things get, heated. So let's play it from here and listen to what happened.
What's your mom here for?
What is your mom doing here, Nick?
I think Shayna is pleading with her son.
And I don't blame
Shayna, her name is, huh? They never said that.
Yeah, I think that's the first. Is that the first time they said that?
Yeah, they always call her just Nick Wayne's mom.
Here anyway. You are a terrible mother. Sure, listen. Maybe you love Nick unconditionally like any mother should, but guess what? Loving your child unconditionally isn't good enough. You couldn't even provide for Nick. You made $40,000 a year being a waitress. This kid is a prodigy.
Oh my God.
That was embarrassing for Nick. You think he wanted his mom to be a waitress? Look at me, I'm a legend, I'm a champion. I can give Nick the world and everything in it. You couldn't give him anything. And you know something else? It's a good thing that your husband is dead already.
Jesus Christ. That's Nick Wayne's dead.
Would have disowned his father anyway because he realizes that his father...
Okay, look, if anyone's watching this and seeing us laugh at this, we're not laughing because we actually think it's funny to make fun of people's dead parents. We're laughing because it's so outrageously mean. And
yes, and in the grand scheme of wrestling,
I've never seen anyone go this far.
And well, he's done it so many times, though.
He has, but I've never seen anyone else really do that. You know what I mean?
No, to me it's hilarious too, and not in the sense.
It's like as far as you could go. It's as bad as you could. It's the baddest thing you could tell someone, basically.
Yeah, making fun of dead relatives, or it's pretty bad.
It's his gimmick, by the way. For you guys who don't watch wrestling, if you're watching,
he's been doing that. There's probably a YouTube compilation of him just talking about other people's dead relatives.
Yes.
Was never as good of a wrestler as I was. And not only that, his father, Buddy Wayne, and Nick knows this as well, was not near the man or the father that I am. So do me a favor, and you know what, Shane, it's really sad that it came to this because, you know, if you played your cards right, things could have been a little bit different. But that's a conversation for another day, so what I'd like to have right now is for you to get the hell out of my ring. Go punch your card, because I think your shift is about to start at Denny's. Get the hell out of my ring right now.
This is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty
This is one of the worst things. It gets worse. Oh, Luchasaurus or Killswitch.
Killswitch.
Okay, so what is up with this?
Luchasaurus has Killswitch.
Luchasaurus steps in front of
on your knees.
Nick Wayne's mom.
At first, yeah.
He's the one who has to stand up for her.
I didn't stutter. Get on your knees right now, Killswitch. Don't look at me with that stupid look on your face! Get back on your knees now!
It is a stupid look on his face for you podcast audio listeners.
You can barely see his face, but it does look pretty stupid.
Slaps him.
Yeah.
Christian slaps Luchasaurus. Or Killswitch now. Sorry, that's going to be hard to get used
The easy way
to.
or the hard way?
So Nick Wayne's mom is standing behind Killswitch
reminding that man who he is.
I'll make you take that
to describe what the scene looks like.
While you wear that mask, I'll make you show your hideous face right now!
So hilarious. This is so great. It's merciless. You see? This is a good wrestling segment. And he pushes Killswitch into Nick Wayne's mom, and she takes a bump onto the ropes. It didn't look very violent, but medium violent.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
It's fine considering that she's not actually a wrestler.
Yeah, so she's gonna lay there and sell this for a long time while this whole thing happens like this. So Taz is telling Nick Wayne, yelling at him, "You need to go watch out for your mom." But Christian's telling Nick Wayne to go get the steel chair. And he listens to him. So they're gonna do this. So Nick Wayne's going under the ring, finds a steel chair,
We've seen enough.
and he's gonna roll it into the ring. And the concerto is their move, where they smash people's faces between two steel chairs.
I don't understand why Nick Wayne would go along with this, though. To be honest, everything else is fine, but
He said she wasn't a good mom. He said that.
he's gonna kill her.
Someone needs
He's gonna give her brain damage.
Well, he has to trust in
Someone
Christian.
has to stop this now.
I know that part I'm a little shaken, but everything else was pretty gold.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Christian says Killswitch should do it.
Yeah, and he's gonna do it now after all the apprehension.
Yeah, which is weird. Why was he apprehensive before then?
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Killswitch here. What the future holds for this. I don't know what they're planning. I can't sense it.
Well, you would think it would mean that
He's gonna turn on Christian eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
This has gone beyond anything we've ever
I guess. I mean, maybe he could be made as Killswitch, because Luchasaurus was a bad name.
Yeah.
So okay, so he's thinking about it, and he's about to do it, and he's pulling the steel chair up to his head. They're milking this, and Edge's music hits.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland, as they call him now.
Adam Copeland.
And he comes in, and he spears Nick Wayne, kicks Killswitch out of the ring. Christian was gonna try to sneak in and hit him with the TNT title, but Edge is looking at him with this demented look on his face, and Killswitch pulls out Christian, saves his life. And Nick Wayne, it's always Nick Wayne left in the ring by himself with Edge.
Yeah, he's the guy that takes the bumps. He's the bump guy so far.
Okay, so Edge has got that demented look on his face, and he spears him. This is another weird part, a weird moral dilemma that's going to come in, which is going to be Edge putting the concerto on Nick Wayne in front of his mom. It's like
That's another insane thing.
Yeah, should he really
Nobody stopped anybody to do anything.
Should he really be doing this? Nick Wayne's mom is in the corner crying.
Yeah.
She woke up, by the way.
Yeah, she's awake now.
Look at his face, man. Look at
Yeah, he despises Christian Cage, Adam does.
Adam Copeland, he's blocked it.
Adam Copeland's supposed to be the good guy here. What is this? Good bump by Nick Wayne.
Mother, what is going on here?
Jazz is like, this is just insane.
Yeah, what is going on in front of his mom? Okay, look. Let's stop it right there.
Yeah.
Let's stop it right there. Okay, we've seen a lot of psychotic things in AEW.
Yeah, psychotic.
Rank this amongst the crazy shit we've seen. This is pretty wild.
It was wild. But the thing is, I think, I've quoted Stevie Richards before on this show. If he would be analyzing this, he'd probably again say something is off here with the psychology. Something like doesn't make sense. Like, why is everyone on board with all of this and just not stopping anybody doing anything? Like, Nick Wayne is fine with his mom getting murdered, and then
yeah, and security doesn't come to
and his
help.
mom doesn't
Nick
even
Wayne.
try to stop. And not that she's supposed to stop him. Like, if he really wanted to do it, I get it. She shouldn't be able to stop him. But the fact she didn't even make an effort to was kind of insane to me. Like, she didn't even be like, oh, wait, don't do that to my son.
Yeah, she should have jumped in front of him, like covered her with her body.
Yeah, and then you would think that he wouldn't do it at that point, right? It would not make sense for him to do it at that point. So I don't know. There's a lot of things they could have done to make sense of this. Christian's work was great. Everything else in between was a little shaky. This is some of the best work of Christian's career, I feel.
Well, they're letting him do it. I always thought he should get the chance to be like a star on the show. They never pushed him.
Yeah, he's
WWE's
fantastic.
like very stronghold. They don't want to let them break loose. This in AEW they let you break loose whatever you want to do,
Sure.
and this is like Christian's mind. This is his wrestling mind.
But for the most part, he's done a really good job. I mean, there's other guys that they quote unquote break loose and do their own thing, and it's a disaster.
No, yeah, definitely.
This is at least good on his end. Some of the stuff that, like we just said, didn't really make a lot of sense. Everything else involved, but overall,
this was fun though.
It was fun,
right? This was one of those moments.
But Christian made it fun.
This is one of those moments where we're actually glad we hung on to watch wrestling.
Yeah,
I guess.
I was happy that I saw this, just for the sheer insanity of it. Mom's getting hit. Well, the stuff that he was saying to his mom, telling her to go clock in at Denny's, things like that. It was rough, man. It was rough.
Good shit.
Yeah,
good shit. All right, so we're the Malapert Smarks. We make fun of bad wrestling, but this one we actually enjoyed. So,
no, we still criticized it.
Well, we criticized some of the logic behind it, but
it has to be.
I gotta say though that I still enjoyed it. So
yes,
could have been a little better. Could have been a little more.
Sometimes happens in AW when they go crazy like that. Sometimes it's like that. They're entertaining. I guess it lacks a lot of logical sense sometimes.
All right, then. So that'll be all for this segment. Stay tuned for more wrestling talk. Subscribe to our channel if you like us. If you don't,
you should like us.
Don't.
At this point.
Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on the next one.